My child, stop everything right now. Do not let your eyes wander, do not let your mind drift, and do not scroll away, because this moment is not like any other moment you have lived before. This is not coincidence. This is not accident. This is not random chance. This is a divine interruption. I, the Lord your God, have broken into your routine, into your very breath, into your present time to tell you something that carries eternal weight. If you let this moment slip by, if you turn away and treat this as just another word, you will lose something that cannot be retrieved again. Listen closely, because heaven and earth have aligned to deliver this message directly into your spirit. You think you have time, but I am telling you now time is shorter than you imagine. The hours you thought you still had, the opportunities you assumed would wait, the doorways you believed would always remain open, these are already closing before your very eyes. You cannot afford to be distracted. You cannot afford to postpone what I am speaking, because postponement in this very hour equals loss. My child, I am speaking to you with urgency because I love you, and I will not allow the enemy to steal this moment from you without first warning you. If you walk away now, if you dismiss these words, you will miss the blessing I have prepared to pour out, and the consequences of that choice will echo louder than you can imagine. So stop. Be still. Lean in. Every word from this point forward is life or death to your spirit. I know how often you have told yourself, I will get right with God tomorrow, or I will pray when I have more time, or I will listen later when things are calmer. But tomorrow is not promised. Later may never come. The breath you are taking right now is proof of my mercy, but do not assume the next breath belongs to you. This is why I am pressing you now with such urgency. This is why I am telling you to drop every distraction and focus your whole being on what I am saying. You may think you are just hearing words on a screen, but in truth, this is my spirit reaching into your very soul, shaking you awake before it is too late. The enemy would love nothing more than for you to shrug this off, to say, I'll finish this later, to turn your heart away just for a moment, because he knows that if you stay, if you listen, if you open your heart fully, chains will break, burdens will lift, miracles will release, and his grip over your life will shatter forever. That is why he fights so hard to distract you even now. Do not give him the victory. Do not allow yourself to be stolen from at the very edge of your breakthrough. I am standing before you with open hands, with blessings prepared, with answers long awaited, but I will not force them into a heart that turns away. You must choose to remain, to listen, to receive, because this message is the dividing line between what was and what can be. My beloved, I have whispered to you many times before. In moments of quiet, I sent you signs. In the middle of sleepless nights, I stirred your spirit. Through circumstances, delays, and unexpected turns, I tried to get your attention. Sometimes you noticed. Sometimes you brushed it aside, thinking it was just coincidence. But this moment is different. This moment is not another gentle whisper, it is a trumpet blast in your spirit. It is heaven's alarm sounding over your life. I am crying out to you, wake up, my child. Do not let this slip away. Do not let this pass you by, because what I am saying now carries weight beyond measure. You stand at a crossroads, and your next choice will either lead you into the fullness of my promise or into regret that cannot be undone. That is why you must not ignore me. You may not realize how close you are to the very edge of breakthrough, or how near danger truly lies. I see what you cannot see. I know what is about to unfold, I know the traps the enemy has set just ahead. I know the blessing that is about to be released if you remain faithful. That is why I am telling you, stop everything. Do not move without hearing me, because these next words are the very key to your destiny. You have been waiting for a sign. You have prayed and said, Lord, if you are real, if you still care, if you still hear me, show me something undeniable. This is that sign. This is that undeniable moment. This is my answer to the cries you whispered in secret when you thought no one heard. I am here now, and I am telling you, if you leave, if you dismiss, if you brush this aside, you will forfeit what I prepared for you since the foundation of time. But if you stay, if you listen, if you open your heart, everything can change in an instant. Type Jesus, I am yours completely if he has your heart. The weight of eternity rests on these moments. That is why you feel something stirring even as you read. That is why your heart is racing, why your spirit feels awakened, why something inside you knows this is not ordinary. That is my spirit testifying within you that these words are truth. Do not quench that fire. Do not silence that voice. Lean into it, for it is I, your Creator, speaking to you directly. I am standing at the door of your heart and knocking, but you must open now. Not later. Not tomorrow. Now. If you open, I will come in with power, with peace, with restoration. If you delay, the door will close, and the loss will be greater than you can imagine. My child, eternity is closer than you realize. You are not guaranteed the life you assume you still had ahead. You cannot gamble with the most important decision of your soul. That is why I am telling you to stop everything. That is why I am calling you so urgently. Because this is the moment of mercy, the hour of decision, the last chance before doors close. The world is shifting, time is moving quickly, and this is the message I appointed for you at this exact moment. You are not here by accident. You did not stumble into this randomly. I orchestrated it. I placed it before you because I knew your heart would be ready now. Do not harden your heart. Do not walk away. This is your chance. This is your moment. This is your appointment with eternity. My beloved child, listen to me now with all of your heart, because what I am about to reveal is not something that can wait until tomorrow, not something you can set aside for a later time, not something you can brush aside with excuses. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing. This is the moment written into the fabric of eternity for you to hear my voice clearly and unmistakably. I know you believe you still have time, that there will always be another chance, that you can postpone decisions until life feels calmer, safer, or easier. But I tell you with all the authority of heaven, there is no more time for delay. The hour has struck. The urgency you feel pressing against your spirit right now is not your imagination. It is my spirit crying out to you, warning you of what is near, urging you not to turn away. Do you not see, my child, how I have been orchestrating this very moment? Do you not sense that your steps have been guided to this exact place? You may think you simply stumbled across these words, but nothing about this is random. Before you were even born, before your first breath filled your lungs, before your heart beat for the very first time, I set aside this hour, this divine appointment, for you. You are hearing me now because your spirit is ready, because your destiny cannot wait any longer, and because the window of opportunity before you is quickly closing. The reason this cannot wait is because danger is closer than you realize. The enemy has been circling your life, weaving traps in silence, laying snares just beyond your sight. He has been waiting for the moment when your guard is down, when your heart is distracted, when your faith is weary, to pounce and steal what I placed in you. That is why I have stepped in now with urgency. That is why I am thundering into your soul with this message. If you ignore this, if you dismiss this as just another word, if you walk away without responding, the enemy will seize what is yours, and you will face consequences that were never meant for you. You see only the surface, my beloved, but I see everything. I see the unseen battles surrounding you. I see the plots of the enemy. I see the fragile line between safety and destruction, and I am telling you plainly, if you turn away now, something unimaginably bad will unfold. It will not be because I wanted it, but because you walked away from the protection of my voice. Why warn? It is not to frighten you without reason, it is to shield you from what I already see ahead. I am the God who knows the end from the beginning, and because I see what is about to come, I cannot remain silent. Do you remember the times I whispered to you? The times you felt a stirring in your heart to change, to repent, to let go of certain things, to draw closer to me. Those were not random feelings. Those were my warnings, gentle at first, calling you back into alignment with my will. But you brushed them aside, thinking you had more time. Now, my child, the time is over for gentle whispers. This is a trumpet blast. This is heaven shouting into your soul. This is me grabbing hold of you with urgency, because delay is no longer safe. Do you not know that judgment is drawing near? Do you not sense the shifting in the world around you? The shakings, the storms, the unrest, they are not accidents. They are signs. Signs of a generation running out of time. Signs of a creation groaning for redemption. Signs of my return drawing closer than you think. My spirit is moving across the earth with urgency, awakening hearts, sounding alarms, pulling souls out of slumber. You are one of those I am reaching for right now. If you ignore this message, if you push it aside, you risk being swept away in the storm that is coming. Please support our channel, for our desire is to bring true happiness into your life and to awaken devotion and reverence for God in your heart. And if you feel blessed by what we share, you can show your support through the super thanks button down below. My beloved child, I am not saying this to terrify you but to awaken you. Because I see what you cannot. I see the road you are on, and I see the cliff that lies ahead if you continue without me. I see the doors of opportunity that are about to close forever if you hesitate any longer. I see the enemy sharpening his arrows, ready to launch them at your soul the moment you step out of the covering of my presence. And that is why I am pleading with you. Do not ignore this. Do not dismiss this. Do not gamble with eternity. You have told yourself, I will get serious with God when I am older, when I have achieved my goals, when life slows down. But do you not realize how fragile life is? Do you not see how quickly it can change in a single moment? One accident, one diagnosis, one unexpected event, and everything you thought was secure can be gone. That is why I am saying stop everything. That is why I am saying you cannot wait. Because your soul is more valuable than all the riches, all the achievements, all the temporary pleasures you chase. None of those things can save you when the storm comes. Only I can. And I am here now, reaching out to you, urging you to grab hold of my hand before it is too late. Do not deceive yourself, thinking, surely this warning is not for me. Surely God is speaking to someone else. And oh, my child, I am speaking to you. You know it because your heart is pounding, because your spirit is trembling, because deep inside you recognize my voice. Do not silence it. Do not drown it out. Do not let pride or fear convince you to ignore it. This is not for someone else. This is for you. You asked me for a sign, and here it is. You cried out in secret, Lord, if you are real, show me. This is me showing you. This is me answering you. This is me proving my love by coming to you in urgency. If you walk away, my beloved, what waits ahead is not light but darkness. The enemy will waste no time filling the silence left by my voice. He will flood your heart with lies, with doubt, with hopelessness. He will try to convince you that you are too broken, too late, too lost to ever return. And if you let him, he will lead you into despair that will crush your spirit. That is the terrible outcome I am warning you about. That is the unimaginable loss I am trying to save you from. Not just loss of opportunities, but loss of peace, loss of purpose, loss of eternal life. But listen to me carefully. You do not have to walk that road. That is why I am speaking so forcefully now. That is why I am saying do not delay. Because the very fact that you are hearing me means it is not too late. There is still time for you to turn, but that time is running out quickly. Do not wait for another sign. Do not demand another proof. This is the proof. This is the sign. This is the mercy of God extended one more time. My child, think of all the times I saved you when you did not even realize it. The near accidents, the moments when despair almost consumed you, the nights you thought you could not make it through. I was there. I shielded you. I kept you alive for this very moment, because I knew this day would come, this exact hour when I would reach you once again and say, do not turn away. This is your chance. Do not lose it. I am not promising that the days ahead will be easy. I am not saying you will not face storms, but I am saying this. With me you will be safe. With me you will endure. With me you will find peace that the world cannot give. Without me you will face storms with no anchor, no shield, no hope. And that, my beloved, is a burden too heavy for you to carry. That is why I am merging you. That is why I am pressing on your spirit with urgency. This cannot wait. The truth is, there are only two paths before you now, one that leads to life and one that leads to destruction. There is no middle road, no safe compromise, no delay without consequence. If you choose me, you choose life, purpose, peace, eternal joy. If you ignore me, you choose emptiness, regret, loss, and eternal separation. I lay it before you as plainly as I can, because I love you too much to sugarcoat the truth. This is the decision of your soul, and you must make it now. So hear me again. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing. The reason this message cannot wait is because the danger is already near. The storm is already moving. The doors are already closing. And if you turn away, you will lose more than you can imagine. But if you listen, if you open your heart, if you respond in faith, I will cover you, I will protect you, I will bless you, and I will lead you into a life far greater than what you are clinging to now. This is why you must stop everything and hear me now. Because heaven itself is leaning close. Because angels are watching. Because your destiny is hanging in the balance. Do not miss this moment. Do not walk away from what I have set before you. The danger is real, but so is the promise. A loss is great, but so is the blessing. And the choice is yours, here and now, in this holy and urgent hour. My precious child, let me draw near to you now in the tenderness of my love, because I have watched you walk through valleys so deep that you wondered if even I could see you there. You thought the darkness was too thick, the silence too long, the weight too heavy for anyone to notice. But I was there through every single moment. Not one tear you cried fell unnoticed. Not one sigh of despair escaped my attention. I collected every tear, I recorded every sorrow, and I carried every hidden weight that you thought you bore alone. You have asked me in the stillness of the night, Lord, do you even see me? Do you care? Have you forgotten me? And today I answer you plainly, yes, I see. Yes, I care. Though I have never forgotten you. Say I walk by faith, not by sight, if you trust his unseen hand. I know the loneliness that has gripped your heart. I saw you in those quiet rooms when no one else was around, when you smiled on the outside but felt broken within. I watched as you tried to hold yourself together, as you carried burdens silently because you feared no one would understand if you spoke them aloud. My beloved, you were never truly alone in those moments. When you felt the cold emptiness pressing against your chest, that was when I wrapped my arms around you most tightly. You may not have recognized it, but the peace that came in flashes, the strength that rose in you just enough to survive another day, that was me. I was the unseen presence, the hidden hand, the quiet strength that carried you when your own strength had run out. You have walked through heartbreak that others never knew about. You endured betrayals that left wounds too deep to explain. You have been let down by people you trusted, abandoned by those you thought would stay, rejected when you most needed love. And though you carried it with silence, I heard the cry inside your soul that screamed, "Why, Lord? Why does it hurt this much?" My beloved child, I wept with you in those moments. Every time your heart broke, mine broke with it. Every time you felt cast aside, I grew closer. You thought you were forgotten, but you were engraved in the very palms of my hands. You thought you were invisible, but I was gazing upon you with eyes of unending love. You asked me about the prayers you prayed that seemed unanswered. The nights you stayed awake whispering words you thought disappeared into empty air. You wondered why nothing changed, why the heavens fell silent, why my response seemed delayed. But, my child, not one prayer was ignored. I heard every word, even the ones you could not form into sentences. The ones that were just sobs or groans too deep to express. I understood them all. I was working in ways you could not see. I was arranging pieces, protecting you from what you thought you wanted but would have harmed you, preparing blessings that required time to grow before they could be revealed. Delay was never denial. Silence was never absence. What felt like neglect was actually my careful preparation, because I love you too much to give you less than the fullness of my promise. I remember the days when you could barely get out of bed, when the weight of depression pressed so hard upon you that breathing felt like work. I remember the times when fear tightened around your chest, when anxiety made your mind race and your spirit restless. I remember when you felt worthless, when shame whispered lies that you were not good enough, when guilt tried to convince you that your past disqualified you from a future. And in all of it, I never left you. I spoke into your spirit even when you couldn't hear it. I whispered truth when the enemy shouted lies. I covered you when you thought destruction was inevitable. You may not realize it now, but the very fact that you are still here, still breathing, still listening to these words is proof of my hand upon your life. The enemy tried to end you, but I preserved you. You thought you were weak, but I was your strength. You thought you were forgotten, but I held you close every moment. I know about the nights you lay awake staring at the ceiling, asking questions no one else could answer. Lord, do I have a purpose? Why was I even born? Am I just existing, or do you have something more for me? My beloved, I answer you now. Yes, you have a purpose. You were not born by accident. I knit you together in your mother's womb with intention and care. Every detail of your being was crafted with love. Your existence was not random. It was planned by me before time began. And though you have doubted yourself, though you have been told lies that you are not enough, though life has tried to convince you that your worth is small, I say to you now, you are my masterpiece. You are precious in my sight. You are chosen, called, and deeply loved. I have seen the struggles you never told anyone about, the addictions you battled, the temptations you face, the silent wars in your mind. I know the guilt you carry, the memories that still haunt you, the regret that whispers you cannot be forgiven. But hear me, child, you are forgiven. My blood has already washed over every failure, every mistake, every moment of weakness. You are not defined by your past. You are not chained to your mistakes. When I look at you, I do not see your failures. I see my beloved child, cleansed, redeemed, and renewed. Stop carrying shame I already paid for. Stop believing lies I already silenced. You are free, and you have always been loved. I know the moments you looked around and saw others blessed while you felt left behind. You wondered, why not me? Why is everyone else moving forward while I feel stuck? My beloved, I never overlooked you. I never forgot you. Your story is different because your calling is different. The road I set before you requires a preparation that others may not need. That is why your journey has felt longer, harder, slower. But every delay was shaping you. Every detour was protecting you. Every hardship was building strength inside you. And soon you will see that nothing was wasted. Even the pain, even the tears, even the waiting, all of it will turn into testimony, into purpose, into beauty that will shine brighter because of what you endured. My beloved child, you have been misunderstood by many. People judged you without knowing the full story. They labeled you. They criticized you. They assumed things about you that were never true. And though their words pierced your heart, I want you to know that I have always known the truth about you. I saw what others did not see. I saw the purity of your intentions, the sincerity of your heart, the kindness you showed even when it went unnoticed. And I have honored it all. You are not who others say you are, you are who I say you are. And I call you chosen, loved, forgiven, strong, and destined for greatness. Do not think I have been distant from your struggles. I was there in the hospital room when fear gripped your heart. I was there when you cried yourself to sleep. I was there when you said, I can't do this anymore. I was there when you almost gave up, and I carried you through. You may not remember how you made it out of some situations, but I was the one who made a way. When doors slammed shut, I was opening others in silence. When people turned their backs, I was walking beside you. When you thought all hope was gone, I was breathing life into you. And now I want you to hear me clearly. Your suffering has not been in vain. Your tears have not been wasted. Your pain has not been meaningless. Every trial has been preparing you for something greater. Every heartbreak has been shaping you into someone stronger. Every delay has been aligning you with a destiny bigger than you imagined. I have seen it all. I have been in it all. And I am bringing you through it all into a place of restoration. So take courage, my beloved. Lift up your head. I have not abandoned you. I have not forsaken you. I have walked with you through fire, through flood, through shadow, and I will never leave you. You are mine, and I am yours. Let this truth settle in your heart. You were never alone, and you never will be. My beloved child, hear me now with a seriousness that pierces deeper than any ordinary word, for what I am about to tell you is not light, not casual, not something you can afford to ignore. This is a prophetic warning spoken directly into your spirit. You must understand that I, Jesus, am not sounding this alarm without reason. I do not stir urgency in your soul unless something is truly coming, unless a collapse is on the horizon, unless a shaking is already moving through the unseen. You have asked me for truth, and I cannot withhold it from you. I love you too much to remain silent when danger stands before you. My child, the world is on the edge of a great shaking. The systems you thought were secure will tremble. The foundations people trusted in will crack. The structures men built with pride will fall. The idols they worshipped will crumble into dust. It is not my desire to see you harmed in this collapse, but I must warn you plainly. If you continue ignoring my voice, if you keep delaying, if you keep treating my call as something you can return to later, you will be swept into the same downfall that is coming upon those who reject me. The enemy has woven lies into the very fabric of society, and many are blind to it. They walk confidently on a path that leads to ruin, convinced they are safe because the ground beneath them has not yet broken. But I see ahead. I see the cracks widening. I see the flood rising. I see the storm approaching. That is why I cry out to you now, do not stand with those who ignore me, for their fall will be great. This is not the hour to be lukewarm. This is not the season to drift between choices. The line is being drawn, my beloved. The separation is already taking place between those who truly belong to me and those who only use my name without surrender. You cannot remain undecided any longer. The world will soon shake in such a way that neutrality will no longer exist. Either you will stand with me and remain unshaken, or you will stand without me and collapse with everything else. That is why this exact message is crucial. That is why heaven pressed it into your life right now. Because your destiny, your future, your eternal security, everything hangs in the balance of how you respond in this very moment. Do not say to yourself, surely the danger is far away. Surely I still have years to decide. I tell you the truth, the hour is nearer than you think. The signs are already in motion. You have felt them: unrest in the nations, confusion in the minds of many, deception spreading like wildfire, fear multiplying in hearts that once felt strong. These are not accidents. These are the tremors before the great shaking. These are the warnings before the collapse. I told you in my word that in the last days perilous times would come, and you are living in those very days. And yet, my beloved, you do not need to be afraid if you are hidden in me. Fear belongs to those who stand without shelter, but peace belongs to those who remain in my covering. But hear this: if you ignore my call, you are stepping outside of that covering. If you delay obedience, you are exposing yourself to storms you were never meant to face alone. If you turn away from this moment, You are choosing a path that will not hold when the shaking comes. And when the collapse arrives, regret will not save you. Tears will not turn back time. Opportunities missed will not return. That is why I am speaking so forcefully now, because I do not want you to taste that regret. I do not want you to walk into that loss. I want you safe, secure, unshaken, anchored in me. Right, I love you, Spirit of God, if the Holy Spirit is your guide. My beloved, you must know that there are forces moving even now that seek to deceive, to blind, to harden your heart against this very truth. The enemy knows what I am about to release into your life if you respond. He knows the blessing waiting on the other side of your surrender. And that is why he will do everything possible to distract you in this moment, to whisper that this message is not urgent, that you can always come back later, that this is just another passing word. Do not listen to him. His laser chains, his whispers are poison. If you believe him now, you risk losing what I have written into your destiny since before the foundations of the world. My child, destiny is not something to be taken lightly. I created you for a reason, placed within you gifts and callings that no one else carries in the same way. You are not random, not replaceable, not insignificant. And yet, if you continue ignoring me, if you walk away from this divine intersection, you will forfeit much of what I prepared for you. I will still love you. I will still long for you. But the opportunities reserved for your obedience in this season will pass into the hands of another. That is the weight of this moment. That is why I plead with you. That is why I do not hold back the warning. Because what is ahead is too costly for you to miss by hesitation. Look at the world around you, my beloved. Do you not see the instability? Do you not feel the tension rising? The peace men thought they controlled is vanishing. The wealth they relied upon is shaking. The voices they trusted contradict themselves, leading only into confusion. This is the sign of a world building without me, and a house built without a foundation cannot stand. I am the only foundation. Those who build on me will withstand every storm, but those who build on anything else will fall when the winds rise. That is why I tell you again, your choice cannot wait. You must choose now. The danger I am warning you about is not only the collapse of worldly systems, but the collapse of your own soul if you continue ignoring me. When you walk without my presence, your heart grows hard, your ears grow dull, your eyes lose sight of truth. The longer you delay, the more numb you become, until you no longer even feel the urgency of my call. That is the most dangerous place of all, not when you are struggling, not when you are broken, but when you are hardened and think you need nothing. That is why I am breaking into your life now, before your heart crosses that line, before numbness steals your ability to respond. This is mercy, my child. Painful mercy, urgent mercy, but mercy nonetheless. Type Amen if you trust the Lord to guide your steps, and share this video so others may find His way.